The UFL regular season wraps up this weekend, and questions to ponder. Is this the last UFL game we'll see in Memphis? Is this the last game for the Houston Roughnecks franchise? And is the final Arlington Renegades game the career finale for quarterback Luis Perez? Something to think about as the playoffs are already set and we head into Week 10 of the UFL. Let's start with the Fox UFL Friday night matchup in D.C. that will feature the Defenders and the St. Louis Battlehawks, the same two teams that will meet the following week in the XFL Championship game at the Battledome. I would not expect too much from this one with nothing for either team to play for and no real reason to risk an injury. Could be a fun watch, though, to see some of the other skill position players get their opportunities, and maybe we'll get a glimpse of the UFL's future. The lone game Saturday is Houston at Michigan. The Panthers already set to take on Birmingham in the USFL title game, and again, they will most likely play it safe. For the Roughnecks, we'll see if quarterback Jalen McClendon continues to ball out for yet another game. Now, the Roughnecks' future as a franchise, it's kind of in doubt. The home finale for Houston drew an announced crowd of 6,684, which was an average of just over 5,000 fans for the Roughnecks' 5 home games in the 40,000-seat stadium. Not only are the optics bad, but it's proof positive that the Roughnecks have no hold on the community outside of a small group of hardcore fans. Will the UFL address the Roughnecks' woes in the offseason? And you have to wonder if the Memphis Showboats might be in that discussion as well. The Showboats game last week against Arlington drew an announced crowd of 2,044 fans. Now, granted, the game was delayed nearly 3 hours because of weather, but 2,000, that is not sustainable. With one game to go against the Stallions this week, you have to wonder if the number is really going to bump up a whole lot, if at all. UFL VP Daryl Johnston has expressed his concerns over the Memphis market and a seeming disconnect between the team and the community at large. There is a hardcore group of fans, and the team has done a lot of community outreach. But over the past couple of seasons, something just isn't clicking. Granted, the Showboats record over the past 2 seasons was rough, but you have to wonder if winning would have changed the attendance in a significant way. So this weekend may be the swan song for the Roughnecks and for the Showboats. And listen, the Birmingham Stallions have to answer some questions too in the offseason. The Stallions did draw a reported 10,000 fans for Saturday's game against Michigan, but before that, they were only averaging about 8,400 fans. Not great for the 3-time champions who are on their way to the USFL title game. The season finale for both Arlington and San Antonio set to kick off noon Eastern Time Sunday in the Alamo Dome. One thing to watch for, can Renegades quarterback Luis Perez match his personal best passing yardage? Last season, Perez had 2,307 passing yards, a statistical best for the man who played in the 2019 AAF, the 2020 XFL, the 2021 Spring League, the 2022 USFL, and the 2023 XFL, and is now about to wrap up his second year in the UFL. To break his passing yards record, Perez would need 292 yards passing against San Antonio Sunday. He's averaging nearly 224 passing yards per game, so it could happen. The question I have is this Luis Perez's last stand? Well, he might ask himself that question too. Listen to Luis Perez here and a recent book tour for his book, Spring King.
I think for me, every year, I ask myself a couple questions. I ask myself, do I enjoy the process of getting up in the morning, training all day, watching my film, stretch routine, lifting, running, throwing, all these different things? Yes. Does my family enjoy replaying? Yes. Am I healthy? Yes. And am I playing at a high level? Yes. So to me, it's a no-brainer to keep going and keep pursuing my dream, which is to make it to the NFL and win Super Bowls. So it's a no-brainer. I'm going to keep going until that hunger goes away.
Perez says he nearly lost that hunger in 2023 when he was with the XFL's Vegas Vipers. He chronicles that in his book Spring King, and he says that he had some questions about his future when he was demoted, but his outlook changed when he negotiated a trade to Arlington and won the XFL Championship.
A lot of people don't know this, but I was getting ready to retire. I was going to retire right before they sat me down with the Vegas Vipers, and I said, hey, we're going to let everybody play. We're out of the playoffs. We want to get everybody some film. And I remember I flew my wife in, and we had a conversation of just, hey, like, is this it? And thankfully, got other plans.
What is the plan now for Perez? Well, he turns 31 in August, and he has always had dreams of playing in the NFL. He's been in other training camps. He was one of the last cuts by the LA Chargers in 2024, headed back to the UFL in 2025. We will see what the future holds. So a few things to look for in Week 10 as we prepare for the UFL playoffs, which kick off on June 8th. It starts with Michigan at Birmingham that Sunday, 3 Eastern on ABC, followed by DC at St. Louis on Fox at 6 Eastern. More UFL coverage right here and throughout the remainder of the season. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also check out Alt Football Digest at altfootball.com.